Wolfgang Koster with me now. He is a currency expert, senior strategy officer at Kyriba. Wolfgang, thanks for the time. Do you see the pound falling further versus the dollar as we get closer to that October deadline?
Well, it'll certainly stay more volatile and continue to stay more volatile. But as it looks now, it's more likely that we're going to see a Brexit, and then the market is telling us that could depreciate the sterling further. The issue that these corporations have and what the investors have to look at is, okay, what companies have actually been prepared or are preparing or going to be prepared to actually manage currency risks like these? There are some companies who are really good at it. They understand it. They understand their exposures, whether it's on the foreign exchange side, their cash side, or their any liquid assets and liabilities. Or they have the others who've kind of thought, currencies, they're all even out at the end, and they don't.
So, Wolfgang, how can the average investor take advantage of currency moves? Because even if people have an opinion, it's a very difficult thing for the average person to participate in. Do you have a way?
Yes, well, what they should do is when they're in the stock market, they should look at the companies that do a very good job and are currency agnostic, per se, in actually managing it. And the way to do that is you look into your 10Qs on item 3A. That describes very well what that company does. And if it doesn't describe it very well, that's an issue. And you may want to stay a little bit away from that one.
Okay.
On the annual reports, you have the item 10, where you can also look at it. So there is information, how companies manage it and how not. And you should really be cautious about the ones that are not doing a very good job.
All right. I know you went through the 10Qs and the annual reports. So give us three picks.
So on the winners side, you have companies like a Flextronics, a Tektronix, and a Panasonic. And these three companies have figured out how to manage currencies and understand them properly and, quite frankly, move away from this trade war and actually look at, because they understood their exposure so well, how do I actually change my supply chain? So companies have moved away from China into the Malaysias, into the Vietnams of the world to actually get around this, because this isn't going to go away tomorrow. This is a longer term thing. Now, you have companies like a Tesla, for example, who I'm not so certain about. It's possible, but all they're doing is increasing prices. That's an issue, because that's not a long-term solution to a trade war, but they have that issue. Apple, another example, is going to have a problem with this if they continue to do it, because their strategy has just been, let's increase prices. But their problem is, with China going through the trade wars that they're going through, and we should talk about the cryptocurrency that they just announced, is what is happening with Apple is they're going to be impacted by, quite frankly, a worse economy.
Wolfgang, come back. We want to talk to you about that Chinese cryptocurrency. We're out of time for today. I am sorry. You'll come back. Tell us all about that. In the meantime, thank you for those three winners, three losers.